Welcome to the Make It Work podcast, where we talk about what it is because it is what it is. I'm joined today by two fresh, new, beautiful faces. Just need you guys to introduce yourselves. I need a name, I need an age, and I need a relationship status. Starting to the left.
What's up? It's Self-Made 9. I'm 22 and I'm single.
Self-made, your first name?
It's Anaya, but
Okay.
they know me as
Gotcha.
Self-Made.
Hi, my name is Jay. I'm 22 and I'm single.
Single and single.
Mm-hmm.
Single and single. So she said single first. Why are you single? Tell the people.
I'm single because I'm just single. Like, these men aren't ready to be the providers that they're supposed to be and really lock in and take care of a pretty girl like me.
Interesting. I find it funny that you always blame the man first.
Oh, really?
So why are you why do you think you in particular, self-made, is single? Like what you do wrong?
I don't do anything wrong, but I feel like maybe the people that I talk to, it's not really giving relationship. It's not really giving, ready to settle down. So
What kind of girls you go for? The guys that are ready to settle down? Is that what it is?
no, usually it's a good vibe. We talking, and then obviously there's a reason why we can't settle down.
How much money does he make?
Does it matter?
How tall is he?
Does that matter?
Is he black?
He's definitely black.
Okay, so we got one answer.
Yeah.
Right. But how much money does he make?
Enough.
What's enough? What do you think is enough? Like, what kind of car does he drive? Like, does that matter? He has his own crib? Like,
They be having their own cribs.
Okay. Okay. Own crib, so that's at least, what we saying, like 50K, 40K? 50.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm calculating. They work. That's what I pay attention to. Do you get up? Do you do something to make you money? Or do you just sit around and do nothing?
Interesting. Interesting. How tall is he again?
He gotta be like at least taller than me. He gotta be taller than me.
How tall are you?
Because I'm gonna say 5'5". I go to the doctors and they say 5'4", but I still think I'm 5'5". So I gotta be able to wear heels. I gotta be able to wear heels.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So if I wear heels and I'm with you and and we still look good, then you good.
How tall are your heels? 6 inches?
Maybe I don't wear 6 inches. That's just entirely too much.
There we go.
Maybe like 4 or 5.
Okay. 4 or 5? Okay.
Between 4 to 5.
So 6 is too much, but just
Yeah.
4 and 5, just an inch shorter. Is just
Yeah, that's a calm medium.
That
Like 6 is too crazy, but 4 to 5.
She's laughing. You're single too, though.
I am.
Why are you single? Why?
Why are you single? I'm single because I just got out of a relationship.
Because you just
And I'm okay with being single right now.
you're okay with being single. How'd that end?
Not great.
You think? So what happened? Like, you just give me the cliff notes. You don't have to like go into detail.
I mean, as a person, you grow, and there's certain things that you will and will not accept.
And then you grow apart. Is that what
And
you're
then
about to
you
say?
grow apart, and then you have to make the decision of whether that is a good thing for you or not a good thing for you. And when you make that decision, sometimes you have to split ways from your person.
Okay, so like the problem was here, and then you just spoke all the way around it. Like
I
you
surely
didn't
did.
even talk about
I did
what
not.
the problem actually was. So what was the problem? Because people watch this podcast and they try to figure out what really goes wrong in relationships. So it's like,
What really goes wrong is
what
people,
happened?
they lose themselves and they start to realize that maybe something is not for them.
Did they lose themselves, or did they just not figure out that was themselves to begin with? So now that they're realizing who that self was.
No, they completely lost their self.
Interesting.
Yeah. So once that self realizes that they're no longer their self, things take a turn, and you start to think, okay, like there's bigger things ahead of me than what I think are ahead of me. You have to start to kind of place things where they need to be placed, and sometimes certain things just don't have a place, and then you have to get rid of them. So
Off with that.
What? Y'all know each other, right?
Best
Of
friends.
course.
How long y'all know each other?
10 years.
What happened to a relationship?
She gonna say the same thing I
There
What do you think
was
happened to
a
her?
very controlling energy. The man himself just started to feel little. He didn't feel like the man he once was.
Interesting.
And then as he felt like the more feminine energy in the relationship, things went left.
Did you make more money than him?
Listen, at the end of the day, the day is over.
said. At the end of the day, the day is over.
The day is over.
And then we have tomorrow to look forward to.
But we have to learn from yesterday.
But yesterday is over.
We have to learn from it, though.
Okay,
because
we
if
can
not, we
learn.
will repeat.
Okay, we can take a
tomorrow.
portion
I've
of
learned.
yesterday. And
You've
move it to-
learned.
I have
you
learned.
will never
Yeah,
do
I
that.
am like a scholar.
You'll never make more money than your partner, is what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's what you're
I
saying.
said that I
Right.
learned.
It's the lack of ambition. It's the lack of effort.
He didn't provide. He didn't.
The main word is the lack of effort that you're willing to put forth in the relationship to make sure that everything stays fresh, everything is good, me and you good, we here with it. Communication. Yeah. Just
So
the way
I don't know Bull,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna take his side. What do you
course.
think you did wrong in the relationship to make it end?
I was afraid. I was afraid of being by myself. I was afraid of being a single mom. So at a point, I knew that I should have been into things, but I didn't because I was afraid. I was afraid. I was scared to go out on my own. I was scared. I was afraid to just be like, you know what, whatever. Like I'm gonna just jump and I'm gonna do it. And then came the day that I was no longer afraid, and I did it.
So when did you realize you didn't want to be with him anymore?
I'm not gonna disclose that answer.
So it was way before you guys broke up.
I did not say that.
I know you didn't, but you assumed it.
Did I?
You insinuated it.
How so?
You just wouldn't disclose it. Because if it was at the end, then you would have said that.
Yeah,
I told you. I really
it was a lot earlier than I ended things. Yes.
So we're not going to keep it personal the whole time. You know, I'm not going to
But-
do it the whole time. But what you got?
You know, it's a known thing that women emotionally check out a lot sooner than we let you know. Because
You are so real for saying that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Please, talk more. Talk here. Here.
I mean, it is real.
we have a
It's
lot
very
of things
real.
that we're battling. We're thinking about everything. We're thinking, especially like I'm a Cancer. I don't know. I think ahead, like most women. I'm thinking about.
That's what cancers do? Or is that...
I said most women, but I am a Cancer, so
Right.
I overthink a lot.
that's what
So-
that means?
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. So basically, I'm thinking later on down the line,
Right.
and I'm just like, we have a kid together. Okay.
Oh, you're speaking
we got
for
a
She's
family.
speaking in
I'm
my
speaking
terms,
for
yeah.
her.
Yeah.
As a woman, you know, you're thinking about everything that he's done. You think about everything y'all been through, and it's just like, I love him, but he did this. I love him, but he did this.
real.
We got a kid. Like it's a constant battle, and you're figuring out like, do I want to make this work because we've been together for this long? We got a baby. I don't want her to grow up without both of her parents together. You know, it's a whole thought process, and then you finally just check out. And most of the time, the men are not ready for that because this is all new to them. Because this is what we were thinking about months and months and months prior. But now we're bringing it to your attention, and we're done. We've been checked out. So when we're done, we're done.
And that was very specific in my situation. I grew up without my father in the household. I didn't want my daughter to grow up like that.
Right.
I have a little girl. I wanted her to see like, oh, my parents love each other. They're married. They like, she sees this, she sees that. Like, I'm a romantic. I like romantic stuff. I like romantic movies. I am a hopeless romantic. I'm a Leo. That's just how we are. We like attention. We like romance. We like that. Like, that's just what we do. So like, when I became a mother, for one, I was very afraid to be a mom.
Right.
I was 19 years old when I got pregnant. I was 20 when I had her. But I was very young. I didn't know what I was signing myself up for. I was just like, okay, like I'm gonna be a mom, like let's do it.
All right.
Best thing that ever happened to me. But there are some other things that you have to deal with that you don't really face head on. Like that. If you do break up with your baby dad, it's okay, I'm separating my child into two different households. And for my situation, it was very different because there were other people involved. I don't want to speak on that at all, so please don't ask. But there were other children, other parents involved, so that was something that I had to face. And she had to be there with a sibling, and I had to be okay with that. And I had to learn how to detach myself, because for 2 years I was a mother in the home every single day. I worked from home. I never left her. She wasn't in daycare. She was with me every single day. So there was things that I had to adjust to, like, okay, when my child is not with me, she's with her dad and she's okay. Like, there's certain things that you just have to do, and sometimes you're not ready to do those things. And me personally, I wasn't ready. I was young. I really wasn't ready to have a kid, but who am I to deny that child their life? So I did
Abortion clinic.
but that's not who I am. I'm Johnasia, so there's a difference. But I had her, and so I have to provide for her, so I do that. But there's also some hard decisions that come with providing for her that I have to make as a mother. So
How do you feel about abortion? How would you feel?
I feel about abortion.
Yeah.
why did you laugh?
That's a great question.
How would you feel if a woman you were with, you know, you were feeling her, she was feeling you, you knocked her up,
Right.
and she said, I can't do this. I'm not ready. I want an abortion. What would you do?
What would I do? So in that situation, I'd be upset, you know, but it's the woman's body, so it's her choice. That's how I feel about, you know, the whole abortion thing. It's happened a couple times,
Oh.
but
Okay.
A couple.
yeah, I keep it real on my own podcast.
Okay, so you-
but you know, it was a mutual decision. You know, that's how it goes. You know, I leave.
Did you resent her?
I don't.
No.
No, love them both.
So did you like continue the relationship after that?
With one of them.
The other one you was just like, I'm not.
It wasn't like that. No, we still cool. We cordial. I'm respectful to all the girls that I've been with. Most of them. Some of the girls that I've been with. 50%? 40? 40%?
40? Okay,
40%.
something.
We just don't talk to all the other ones because, like, what's the point? And I actually don't talk to the other ones. But when it comes to things like abortion, it is, if you're not ready, then you're not ready. But then, you know, you move on. And speaking of moving on, now that you both are single, what are you looking for? What kind of man are you? We already got the money part, so he has to make $1 million a year.
No. This is. I'm gonna just lay it all out.
Okay.
I'm gonna lay it all out for you. Okay. He has to make enough money to support himself, and possibly me.
Right now, at this point.
At
or...
this point, when we're first meeting, he can have enough to support himself.
Right.
If he's looking for a future with me, he has to have enough to support us.
Okay.
Okay.
We're building.
Okay. I really need emotional availability.
Okay.
If I'm talking to you, I don't want a man that's like, damn, that's crazy. I don't like that. I want to be able to talk.
He has to be 5'9".
I will say that's one of my requirements.
Okay.
You gotta
Like
be taller
you
than
do
me,
need to
'cause
be
I'm
taller
short.
than me.
She said with heels, with like 4 to 5.
I'm like
inch heels.
5'3", so like, come on.
Right.
Yeah,
So
so-
5'9" is you guys is.
I would say like,
I mean-
even like 5, taller than me.
'Cause
Just don't be
honestly, like,
that
I've-
short. Like,
If he's 5'4",
depends
if he's
on the
5'4",
vibe.
do
It
you think
depends
she
on
would
the
date a man that's 5'4"?
you don't know me.
No, listen, no,
No, you 5'4"?
not now. As in 2024, she would not.
No.
But
All right.
I need to just feel safe. I need to feel like, you know.
You gonna feel safe with a 5'4" guy?
It depends on his energy. I don't know. He can be short, but really be like, I got you, babe. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He can talk a big game.
I need to see it, though. Come on. Obviously, I need to see it. I need to. The first time you show me you can't, like, protect me is just like,
Right. Right.
Like,
So if he doesn't fight for you, like say something.
no,
down
but
in the
I feel
bar or
like
something
we don't need to be in a position to be fighting. Like, I
Do you
don't.
go out?
Yeah, but I'm saying like you also need to have patience. You need to understand how to move in a way where you're not always getting into an altercation every time something happens.
Not always.
You don't
but-
have to fight. You don't have to fight every time something happens.
So
Now,
me
if it's a man in my
personally-
face, like, yeah, bitch. Oh yeah, you better fuck him
What if a
up.
dude walks by and just slaps your ass?
Yeah, he better be on shit. He
So
gotta be
me
on shit.
personally, I've actually been in a situation where like I needed somebody to defend me.
Is that what you?
And no,
Oh, I was.
no.
Okay.
But I'm saying like he tried to defend me in that moment, but I mean, it was against a different group of people. I'm not gonna go into details because it's too much to talk about. But at that point, he couldn't defend me. But it's like me personally coming from what I just came from. That is definitely one of my requirements. I do not do guys that are my height anymore.
We here with it.
Anymore is
Listen.
crazy.
Like I'm okay.
I don't know. I need to feel safe.
That's not-
So we know what
Yeah,
I don't
How tall
know.
was he? You know exactly how tall he was. Don't do that.
Can we not?
I really want to know.
he was 5'5". He was 5'5".
5'5". He's 5'5". Who's that? Oh, that day was I was about to say it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, sure, man. Cowboy.
I'm like,
I that's one of my things now.
That's one of your things now.
Yeah.
now, yeah.
Now that you're how old?
22.
22. Interesting. We got an official mic.
Okay. Okay.
Like 5'5". It's interesting. All right, so now he has to be 5'9".
Something
guess.
like that, yeah.
Somewhere.
At least where I can wear heels, and I wear big heels, like, and not big heels, but like my heels are about 5 inches. So yeah, like 5'9".
I gotta
old?
look up.
How old does he have to be?
I don't like people younger than me. That's an immediate
Yeah.
turn off.
I'm not
'cause
gonna
men
lie.
mature slowly.
How old can he be?
Oldest, I would probably say like 35.
Yeah, I'm not going past 35.
13 years.
Yep.
I mean, my mom and my dad are like, I think my dad just turned like 65. My mom's
35
like
is the
46.
max.
Yeah, me too. I said that same thing.
35 is the max. I'm not dealing with nobody younger than me because I already feel like my mindset. I'm young, and my mindset is just like
Old.
It's a lot older. I'm not gonna say it's
Y'all
at a
think so?
30. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's at a 35-year-old's mindset, but it's like not my age. So
Would you like to elaborate?
On like how you guys think your mindset is older?
Yeah, you said, like you had something to say.
Women are a little
I
different.
don't know.
Women mature a little bit faster, but then you guys.
I feel like it has something to do with like
what
experience,
age?
like what you've experienced in your life. Like that kind of makes you mature a little bit. Me, I've experienced a lot, and I'm still like experiencing a lot. So everything that I've been through, everything that I've experienced, it's made me like be like that's like I ain't even think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking here because of experiences, stuff you go through. Like even like parents, like I'm someone, I ain't gonna go too deep, but like I've never really had parents, like mom or dad at all. So it was just like, you know, I had to kind of,
for a lot of men.
really? Yeah. That's okay. It depends on what you
red
do with
flag
it.
with-
It depends
with
on
the
what you
men.
do with it.
You ever heard someone say like, "Oh, her father's not in her life"?
You ever met a man and his dad wasn't in his life? It's hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what 5'5" was like?
Listen, this is
I didn't say that.
so you know how people you know how people see things and they're like, this is what I'm You know how people witness things and they're like, this is what I'm going to do and this is what I'm not going to do. Some people, I have siblings that like mimic everything that they've seen. And then it's me where it's just like, I don't want that.
So you do the opposite because
I
you
do
saw
the
that it
opposite.
wasn't something that you wanted.
Exactly. So it's not, I didn't, like my dad was present. He was physically there, but he wasn't emotionally there. He wasn't financially there. He wasn't, he was just there. If it came to like problems in the streets, I would be fine. I ain't gotta worry about it. My daddy got it. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I needed to talk to somebody, if I said, Dad, I need some money to do this, I can't call him to do that. I can't say, oh, I'm going through this, I need to talk. No, he's not there for that. So having to go through life on your own and figure out stuff and go through things and kind of counsel yourself, you become a whole different person.
You looking at me like you want to hear from my dad. What?
I'm not. I ain't gonna do that.
What? I mean, I'm okay. What?
The parents, stuff like that, because I think parenting is very important. You know, I'm having a baby girl soon, and I think it is important for me to be with her on a daily
Even
If
for
everything
me,
just
like,
be in her life,
Yes.
it makes a big difference.
Right.
at least
Right.
be there. Like my mother, she wasn't there either. I didn't have, imagine not having a mother or a father figure.
How are you here
Like,
today?
so I imagine Will Smith and Fresh Prince. I moved with my auntie in Delaware. That's exactly how that happened. So imagine, staying in a house with my aunt's kids and me and my sister. We're not her kids. She didn't birth us. It's like we're kind of just here, and then you got the siblings are jealous because they getting this and this. But it's like we didn't ask to be here. We could be in
Right.
foster care. We could be here. We could be there. Trying to, be accustomed to a new environment, coming to Delaware from Philly, ghetto ass Philly, to Dover. I was in Dover.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Imagine the difference.
I mean,
I was in Dover. It was a big difference.
all right, so let's move on to a different subject. Dover sucks. Do you want to get married someday?
I do, and you know where I want to have my wedding? In Thailand.
In Thailand?
I want the elephants. I want cherry blossoms.
You
I
want the
want all
girls
of
with the
that.
dicks? Isn't that
No,
Bangkok?
What are you
Thailand,
talking
right?
about?
Yeah, that's where the train. That's where the train.
That's not what I said. I said
That's what you
Thailand.
did. But you said is Bangkok in Thailand?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but like, what the fuck? I'm confused. I said elephants and cherry blossoms.
But you said Thailand.
Yeah, with me and my family, and none of my family just has. I mean, females don't just have dicks. So,
You're right. What
that-
kind of man is this, though?
kind of man, he's a strong, powerful, independent.
Taller than 5'5". Makes his own money.
Taller than 5'5",
More than
makes
her.
his own money, more than me.
And say what if he cheats on you?
And if he cheats on me, he can get the fuck up out of my face.
Come on, that's cap.
No, it's not.
Listen,
I promise you, I
come on
have
now,
done.
don't-
No.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm being dead serious. I've done my.
In the moment, he cheats on you. He
No.
tells you he's sorry.
But this
He
is
doesn't
my
really
thing.
mean
But you
it.
have to understand, I'm 22, but I've been through a lot. My last relationship was 4 years long. I had a child out of that relationship.
He was 5'5".
I've done a lot. It doesn't matter. How tall you are.
Short man
does
syndrome?
matter.
Do you think little man syndrome is a thing?
No.
But yes, but
It is,
Still,
but
it is. But
still.
come on.
Me personally, I've done all of that. I don't want that. Like, I really
Right,
do
he's
not
too
want
short.
that. No, it's like, I just don't. I'm a lover girl. Like, I just want to love you. Like, just love me. Like, it's not that hard. Like, I don't want.
It's very difficult.
It's not. It's
you
really
perfect?
not. No, I'm not perfect, but
so
nobody
how
is
is loving
perfect.
you easy?
I'm not saying that it's easy, but it's
said
not
you said
that
it's not
hard.
hard.
No, I said it's not that hard.
Interesting.
It's not that hard to love anybody.
It shouldn't be
It's
that
not
hard
easy
to love somebody that
anybody
you love.
either.
Somebody that you really fuck with, why is it hard to love them if you fuck
Exactly.
with them?
It may be
if you have a
difficult
connection with them,
sometimes.
why is it hard?
You want me to tell you why?
Yeah.
Because we're not actually monogamous creatures. So when I talk about this cheating thing right here, it is really hard to just love one
It's
person
not.
and completely ignore everyone else.
But it's
Because
not.
what?
It's not.
Because
it,
men
G.
were created to have sex with multiple human beings.
And that's
Who?
fine.
Who?
But
So
you
what's
ain't
the
doing
reason?
it
You
with
said
me.
men aren't
So
created.
what's the reason?
Men are created to have sex with multiple people.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But women
So
are
do
not.
you have to
And you
put
can
that?
be that man somewhere else, and you ain't gonna be that man right here.
Why not?
Because you're not.
But I'm talking about 5'5".
Because I don't give a damn.
This is how I feel. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. So I'm somebody who has never, and you can question it if you want to, but right hand on the Bible, I have never went through a man's phone. Okay?
Okay.
One of the reasons is because what I don't know can't hurt me. So if you are into a bunch of different women and you dealing with a different woman and you dealing with me, if you're treating me the same way you've been since butterfly stage, right? If you treat me the same way and I don't know nothing, because I'm not going through shit. I don't know nothing. And you doing you, that's okay. Because guess what? I'm still fine. You know what I'm saying? I don't notice anything. I'm not going through your phone. You're not coming in extra late. If you got the same schedule, I'm coming home at 9 p.m. But guess what? I seen Felicia, I seen Tisha, I seen Keisha from 6 to whatever. That's cool. You come home at this time, that's cool. I don't know nothing. I can't be hurt. So if that's what you're doing, don't be in my face and tell me, because now I'm going to leave you.
Oh, so just as long as you don't find out.
Yep.
I don't. Agreed?
No.
If I don't,
But no,
listen,
because
if
the only
I
reason
don't
I don't
find
agree-
out, I don't know. Like, let's be realistic here.
Ignorance is bliss.
And that's
Ignorance
on
is
her
bliss.
end. But on my end, I don't know what it is. I have some type of like connection. I don't know if you want to say with the universe or with the technology. I don't know what it is, but
we do get the
I
feelings.
literally
But we do
like
get them
there's been
feelings. We
times
do
like
get them
I've
feelings.
woken up out of my sleep
Because you dreamt about it.
and I'll be okay. And then the second I turn my head, I look at that phone, my stomach gets to turning. And I just be like, hold on. And then my stomach gets to turning and I just be like, something ain't right. And then that something ain't right
thinking
leads to
somebody
something not being right. And every single time I have been correct. And I don't just be like, oh, let me see your phone, let me look at your phone. Like, no, it's literally when I get that feeling. Every time I get that feeling, that feeling
Okay,
is correct. So
that's
it's like
the
I
thing.
can't fight that feeling.
That's the
It's
thing.
like I literally be feeling like I'm about to throw up. Like my whole body just be like, bitch, no, something is wrong. And then I am. And I will sit there and I will literally feel sick. And then I check and then it's exactly what I thought it was. And
Exactly.
I'd be like, okay.
It wasn't the fact that he walked in, ignored you, walked straight to the
No.
shower, and then got in the shower,
That's what
washed
got me.
himself. and then-
That's what would have got me.
No, because
you
there's
walked
never
in, you
those
didn't give me a
signs.
kiss when you walked in.
Like, I'm
Something
not
is
gonna
up.
lie with
Something is
me.
up.
Personally, in my experience, I've never had that happen to me where you just walk in and walk right past me.
Right.
No, I don't want to know. Actually, keep that shit a secret if you can, because and I'm not eating.
Right.
The fuck, like I want to eat.
Listen,
I like
if
food.
you follow
So-
everything you've been doing, I'm not noticing anything. I'm
And
not
I don't
saying it's
notice
okay
it.
to
It
cheat on
comes
me.
to
I'm not
me.
saying guys go cheat on me. But what I'm saying is
It's okay.
I'm not someone that's gonna go looking for things. Like I'm big on like timing. Females go through phones and they know they're not ready to leave. So why are we going through phones?
Right.
We reading the messages.
That's what I'm
Now we see
saying.
stuff. Now we see stuff, and it's like, oh, I'm so sick, but I'm still gonna be with him.
Exactly.
No, I'm not
Why
going
the-
through it because I
And I
know I'm
agree
still
with
gonna
that,
be
too.
here. So I ain't even about to put myself through that. Now, if God want me to know, I'm gonna find out, and maybe I'll be ready when I find out, unintentionally.
Right.
Right.
Unintentionally. Like if you just walked in on it one day.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes it's intentional, and God wants you to know, and then you find out, and then you be like,
I want you to know. I think
it's, but yeah.
it's
Some like that's a real thing. Like they say, like God continues to test you until you see, like, okay, this is not supposed to be, what it's supposed to be.
what did you say? Said they say or the Bible says.
I don't know, honestly. I haven't read the Bible in a long time.
She heard it before.
I've heard it before though that God will keep testing you until you realize that, okay, this is not a test, this is real life, and I need to get rid of this from my life. And I've gone through that personally, so I don't know. It could be in the Bible. If it's not, it's in my Bible.
So you're a believer.
I am.
Have you been through a woman's phone before? You check her messages?
Yeah.
Did you-
But that's because she told me to go through.
Like she was like, look at this and double check that I'm not creeping.
No. She was just like, text that person back. because
And
I
did
texted
you
her.
look at other messages that you saw?
I mean, it's not like I went through them, like searching through.
But she was
But
just,
you look.
Yeah, but yeah, I saw some of the names that were on that first page.
and you didn't dig deeper.
No.
Why?
There's no reason to because I see her every day.
You know what she's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. See her every day. Yeah.
Sense of security.
I'm good with it. Yeah.
Okay.
I broke up with all my ex-girlfriends, and then yeah, which is kind of rare.
Really?
Yeah.
You usually
Well,
keep them.
No, it's that women break up with men. It's in terms of marriage, it's 70% of the time. So when it comes to divorce, women initiate.
So
it
women
70%.
initiate divorce.
70 to 80%.
and men don't.
Men
So
don't. Because men have more to lose in terms of a divorce.
Yeah, I think men are afraid of leaving women because they know that they don't have that
yeah,
support
it's a lot of financial things.
Wait, what? Men are afraid of leaving women because they don't have the support system?
Yeah, sometimes.
I think it's because they'll lose.
I said
more.
sometimes.
Well, sometimes in 5-5's case. Right. That's.
We just gonna keep
We're
going
just
back
throwing
to
it
it.
out there.
No, I'm saying like
Just
not
let's land
even
it
like
out.
in financial or like housing. Like I'm saying like the emotional support. Like a lot of guys like being taken care of. A lot of guys like getting off of work to a home cooked meal and
Right.
all of this
That
extra
part,
stuff. Like
but
they
not
like
being
that
taken care of.
stuff. But that's what I'm saying. But like a lot of guys would rather stay in a relationship, have those perks, but also do their own thing. Like a lot of guys don't just break up with their girlfriends to go and do what they want
Right,
to do.
right.
They stay with their girlfriends and go and do what they want to do because they want their cake and eat it too.
Y'all can agree, but here we go. So men, if me and you are dating, right? We're married, okay? I make more money than you. Say we get a divorce, you take the kids, you take half my money, you probably take the house as well. Then you take the car that I bought for you on that one Christmas. Why would I break up with you? If you
What
take all
about the
this
car I
stuff?
bought you on Christmas?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No, okay. Double standards.
One car to one car? Are you still get the kids in the house and all my money? Like,
But
what's going on
What
here?
if I helped you with the house? What if I put half down on the house? What if the house is actually in my name? Because it just might be. What if that's
Then
happening?
you would have divorced him a long time ago because you wouldn't respect that man that you had to go 50-50 with.
Okay, and what if I did divorce him a long time ago? Then what?
He's 5'5", so it doesn't.
So I have a question.
What's up?
Do you think men are more loyal than women?
No.
I think loyalty depends on the gender.
Of course.
It sounds crazy, I know,
So-
but I can't explain it.
Everything.
Loyalty. Okay, so this is what I'm imagining. Men think I'm loyal because I'm still with you. I didn't break up with you, but I'm dealing with so and so. Women, I'm loyal to you because I'm only dealing with you.
Okay, so the most important thing that a man has to give to a woman is his provision, to provide for her. So our loyalty lies with if you're provided for. Are you taken care of?
So that's the loyalty.
That's
from a
not the
man.
loyalty that I'm looking for as a woman. As
That's
a woman, I'm looking for the
Fine,
loyalty
but what's
that
the
you-
number one thing a man can give you?
I don't give a damn what he,
Provision.
I don't
Provision.
care.
Just say
if it-
provision.
But
Just
no,
say it.
no, because that's not the
agree.
number one thing. No.
Okay.
Because I can provide for myself.
You can, but you don't want a man
I
that
will,
can't
but I
provide
would
for you.
rather not.
But my thing is, I'm not gonna go and choose a man that provides for me, but treats me like shit over the guy that treats me
but-
well and doesn't provide for me. I'm not that type of
You're
person.
adding different things. I just said one priority. What's the number one thing a man can give you?
But you said that as a man, your loyalty is to provide to me. That's not true because
didn't-
you can
I
provide all
didn't
you
say
want.
That's all.
But the
I didn't
second
say
that
that's
you
all.
go out and cheat, you can get the fuck up out my face.
That's fine. I didn't say that's all though.
Okay,
So
so
the
what
number
else?
one thing a man can do for his woman is provide, right? Can we agree on that?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the number. That's where we're at. We're here. Okay.
I don't know. I
We're
think
here.
we need to look at the times that we're in, though.
We can look at the time.
This is not
We can
late
look at the
90s, early 2000s. We're in 2024.
This is
What
true.
percentage of men are providing for their women?
Not
versus
a lot.
not?
If I start sweating, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But this is a priority for men, right? We're stuck here.
In
In
2024.
2024, no, I don't think it is.
In
2024,
in terms of society, 2024, it's here because evolutionary. It's still here.
No.
It's
And you as a woman,
not.
if society didn't exist right now,
It's literally
you as a woman,
decreasing.
once you're born, you are weaker than men. You don't think as much as men in terms of like provisioning, things like that. You don't work as hard as men. You just don't. Evolutionary, biologically. So there's nothing you can do about that. In 2024, when you say 2024, you talk society, societal. That's it. It's what you've been taught. It's everything that we've been taught. It's institutionalized into your brain. It's
Okay.
programmed into your brain.
So because you said that, how many men in 2024, right now at my age, 22, can sit down and be like, I can provide for you and your daughter on my own? None of them. And if it is, it's a handful of them because I've been there.
You're right.
Exactly,
You're right.
and that's the problem.
in terms of
is
this society.
women are continue to be Like, okay, you should hold this standard and this. You can let your hand down.
I have to make a point. I'm proving a point. This is my point.
Because it's like women are held to this standard, like you must do this, and
By who?
this.
By
But by
who?
society, and
by other
then
women.
society also turns around and says, oh, but men are supposed to be providers. But what men really in real life are
I
providers?
think
Not
as
a
of
lot them.
2024, women have started to gravitate toward the idea of I'm just gonna figure it out because Jamal can't figure it out.
Yup.
And that's
So
exactly
Is that
what
what
it
it
because
is?
Jamal
Yes.
and
Is that what it
Robert
is?
and Kiki and
Right.
and all them,
Right.
they can't figure it out. I'm
So I'm
going
gonna go
to
get it
work.
for
I'm gonna do
myself.
this. I'm gonna do that.
Absolutely.
I'm a
Absolutely.
Is that not a thing?
Absolutely.
We
And
need to
that's
think
why
about
the soft
times
girl
that
era
we're
is
in.
no longer a thing because
times.
women
Pay
are
attention
no
to the
longer
times.
soft
It's
because we're having to provide for ourselves because these men are not providing
Because
for us
the
the way
men are
that they
soft.
should. Yes,
a
because
lot more
the men are
than usual.
soft.
Yeah.
There, if you
They
look
are.
at the men today
I'ma be
versus the
real.
men back in the day, it's different. It's
There's
completely
not that
different.
many men
Yes.
that are saying what you're saying. I'm the provider.
Interesting.
Can we walk around and count how many men that are saying that they're the provider
If you do it in this
in
room, it's not gonna work.
2024?
It's not going to work in this room.
But I'm saying
I surround
in
myself with
2024.
providers.
Like,
Look at the city we're in, even alone. And I'm from Philly. We're in Wilmington.
Okay.
Let's be real. How many men are providing?
In this city alone?
yeah.
So women are
gonna be
forced to be women are
Exactly.
forced to
Like down
provide for
here,
their
but like,
for themselves. So now since women are forced to provide for themselves,
Right.
now we gotta be 50-50. Now there's no everywhere.
in Delaware, period. At the end of the day,
Everywhere. There's
I
not
have-
that many men.
I have a good job.
They're not looking. They're not looking.
There's not that many
50%
men.
of Delaware, if you ask where they work or what they do, it's a couple of things. It's either a warehouse job or it's construction. And that's how
These are the dudes that you're looking
these
for.
are people, period.
Where do you work?
I work in a corporate job. I work in an office setting. But not everybody my age does that. A lot of people my age don't do that.
Right.
You're looking for people your age.
Mm.
So you say you want this one.
I'm not looking for people my age,
said
but I'm
35.
saying a
She said
lot of
35
people
was
my
cap.
age. I'm 22. I'm
Let's
saying
believe
I
this
would
man's
date
arm.
someone.
Like,
I already told him to put his arm
Please.
down.
But y'all won't let me talk.
But go ahead.
That- I forget where I was. the priority thing. Okay, that's where I was. That's where I was. Can
not a lot
we
of
just
men
get?
got
Because like
priority.
I'm gonna destroy all what you just said.
Okay.
anyway. But like the priority thing is what men provide is the number one priority for what you guys look for. Okay, that's here.
They don't provide much.
What do men look for in a woman?
a woman to be, support system at home, take care of the children.
No.
That's what if they're doing that, that's what they're looking for.
No. You're missing the number one thing.
Sex.
Promiscuity. Be promiscuous.
Okay.
Well, no, don't be promiscuous. That's what I meant. Don't
They
give your
don't want
pussy
a
up.
whore.
Yeah. So don't give this.
Exactly. That's the number one thing. So when we're talking about loyalty,
Yeah.
men, as long as I'm providing for you, you're cool. As long as you're not fucking nobody else, we're cool. It's different.
That's not how
the
it
same
is
thing.
in this-
It is, but don't argue with me because that's what men want. Okay?
I'm
just
not. You're
telling
not
you.
wrong about that part.
Okay.
But I'm saying what you're wrong about is what men provide. Men do not provide.
I didn't say they did
at all.
So let
Barely.
me go back to what you guys were just ranting about. Okay. So men, I believe you guys are correct. There are more simps out here than there are not simps. Dudes that are like, hey, I'm trying to provide for you. But at the end of the day, men still make more money than women. So what you guys are talking about isn't actually the same.
Do they?
Yes.
Are you being the type of woman that a man want to provide for?
That's
Yes.
next. That's next. Hold on. But let me lay down the ground for men. Like I gotta defend men for a second because we still make more money than you, even though you graduate college more than us, even though you attend college more than us. Men still make more money because we're in trades and different things like that. Now, from what he just said, are you worthy of being wifed up by a man that will provide for you?
So I
Me
feel
personally,
like
yes.
Why do you
feel
say
like-
that?
I feel like I can be, but I also feel like if you're in a space where like you haven't met him yet, right? And you have to do for yourself, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take care of yourself, you gotta do whatever. If I come across a man that's like that and he's want to provide and this is what he wants, that's what I can be
What
that.
makes you?
I'm emotionally available. I'm supportive. I'm good with kids. I will make you feel good. I will be your woosah when you come home from a hard day. Yes.
As a man that does provide for his woman right now, I found plenty of those. Mm-hmm. What makes you
Okay,
special?
and what, not being in niggas' faces? That's what you want to hear too? Yeah, I can do that.
Do you go
for
out?
sure. That doesn't mean I'm in niggas' faces.
It doesn't matter. See, that's where you're
But I
missing the
can
point.
go out,
You're
yeah.
trying to tell us what we want. It doesn't matter. Do you go out? Yes.
Yep.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
It's a problem.
Do you
even
have
though-
Instagram?
Yep.
Do you post a lot of yourself?
Yep.
That's a problem.
Okay, go to hell.
What do you mean?
You both can say that. It's funny.
No, it's hilarious because
Right.
as a man,
Right.
do you have Instagram? Do you go out?
I do.
Yes, and
I do.
yes.
I
And
do.
do I look at you like you're a problem? Absolutely not.
Absolutely
So for you
not.
to look at me
because
as if
I'm a man
problem
and
is
you're
crazy.
a woman, and if you
I
keep
don't
thinking like
I
that,
don't
you'll
care.
stay single.
No.
And I will stay
And that's perfectly
engaged and
fine.
married and have a child.
And that's fine. And guess
I
what?
get-
I will be single with a job providing for me and
That's
my daughter,
fine.
and I will be perfectly fine.
I
But you want to be married, right?
No, I don't.
So now you don't want to be
married.
married. Now you don't want to be married.
If
Didn't she say she wanted to be married in the beginning?
No,
of it?
I'm saying.
Didn't I ask if she wanted to be married? She wanted
I'm
to be married.
saying
Okay.
if I was
So,
to be married,
I
I would
get-
want to be married in Thailand with elephants and with Japanese cherry blossoms.
Right.
If I was to end up a single grown woman, that's cool. I can also provide for myself as well. I would never depend on
What
a
would you
man to
rather
be
have?
there. What I would rather have is a family,
rather have a
of
man take
course.
care of me.
But at the end of the day,
I'm not gonna lie.
because what we're talking about is the double standards. I myself, personally, I would never settle for a man that has double standards like that, where it's like, oh, I'm supposed to do this, and this, and you're supposed to do that. No, at the end of the day, we're both human. We both do things that humans do, and you can go ahead and pull that. Oh, well, if your daughter this and your son this, then none of that matters because at the end of the day, I'm
Right.
gonna raise my daughter how I raise my daughter.
Right.
But when it comes down to it, I'm going to be an independent woman always. And I'm going to always provide for myself.
you're
And
always
whether
gonna
a
be
man
away from another
wants
man.
to or does not want to help me provide, that's fine.
I feel
Either
like
way,
I
it
can
doesn't
go
matter for
out.
me.
I can go out, but I also know how to act.
And that's
I'm
what
not
I'm
going to
saying.
be in. That's a thing. I feel like y'all are not acknowledging that. There are women that go out and just show her ass in front of every nigga, and there's women that can just go out, have a good time, and not be in niggas' faces. I don't have to be in a man's face if I'm out. I can have fun with my friends. We can have a couple drinks. We can dance a little bit, and I don't gotta shake my. That's a real thing.
And
I
as a
can- I
man, if
can
you're
be
not
myself.
secure enough to let your
Like,
woman go out,
I
you're the
don't have
They
to
threw
be
out
in
the
that
secure
man's
word.
face.
Yeah.
I could be with my friends. We having a great time. They're playing the good music. We're drunk. I'm not shaking my ass in that man's face. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. I don't know you.
Why is it that I always get girls on this podcast? You guys are 22 years old. I am 31 and engaged. Why is it that you guys just don't listen to me? Like you really think you're right and that's it. And no
Because
matter
at the
matter
end of
what
the
I say,
day-
you guys think it's a
No,
problem.
Because
I
at the
didn't-
end of
Guys,
the
I
day,
didn't finish.
you
I
are
didn't
who you
finish.
are.
I didn't finish. Relax. Stop. I'm not talking to you as if I'm in competition with you guys. I'm not talking to you as if I'm trying to be with you guys. I'm talking to you as if I want you guys to succeed in what you would rather want in life. Create a family. Have that wedding in Thailand. I really want you to have that. I'm telling you from a man's perspective, they don't like it when you go out. It's not an insecure thing. It is a smart thing. Would you buy a car with 300,000 miles on it? That sounds stupid. It's like you're not insecure about getting it. It's
I
just that
I just have a question now. So
they stop listening. Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
listening to what you're saying.
Ask your questions.
I'm taking it in, but what I'm saying is
Ask your questions.
because I'm going out, that means I got mileage.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying men don't like it.
Why?
High risk.
There you go.
So
I
if
just
you're
said it.
not
high risk,
if you're not doing anything that's out of pocket, you're not being super promiscuous.
it doesn't. Like we said with the OnlyFans thing before we even came to the table. Just because you're on OnlyFans doesn't mean that you're doing sex stuff. But the whole idea of OnlyFans, when you hear it, you think sex stuff. When you go out to the club, to the bar, that's what the man thinks.
Okay.
That's it. And the fact that you're even out, my girl don't go out. My girl don't go out without me. I didn't tell her to do that. I didn't say, hey, stop going out without me. She just doesn't do it because she knows it's a little disrespectful. That's just what it is. Why do you have to go out? Attention? What's the point of going out?
Maybe you just want to have a good time. With
Right,
your
right.
friends.
Good time, get attention.
No,
'Cause
with
women
your
like to get
friends.
attention.
We can go
You
out,
get attention.
drink, and listen to music without.
You
getting
can go
attention.
out to one of their homes with no one around, with music.
It's not always about attention, but I feel like that's what y'all assume as men. That's what y'all like to assume. But I mean,
Go ahead, you can speak.
Okay. So you said you go out and buy a car with 300,000 miles, right?
Right.
Men generally on a daily basis have 300,000 miles because when it comes to y'all don't give a fuck about body count, right? We're not going to bring that up because I don't give a fuck about it either.
No,
But
that's
I'm
fine.
just saying, men, personally, y'all be running through.
Can I speak
And
on
nope, not yet, because
So I
I'll let you
can't speak
talk.
on
You
that.
can raise your hand, and then
ahead.
when I'm ready, I'll call on you.
that? Interesting. Very interesting.
But so exactly, you see the comments from the men being made in the audience.
Because
It
that's
is
how
a
you
double
think about
standard.
it.
No, because that's how y'all think
You
about
wouldn't
it.
want a male virgin.
No.
You wouldn't want a virgin.
Okay, and you would want a female virgin
Yes.
because you want to experience being that first person,
Why-
right?
why
But
are
at
you
the end of
giving
the day,
me the
that's not what I'm
reason?
talking about.
But it is.
But that's not because I was going on to other things.
Right,
At
but
the end
we
of the
had
day-
to we had to cut that off because what you started with is something that's different. You're talking about two totally different angles right
Okay,
now. So
so-
our mileage isn't your mileage.
It's not, and that's the problem. That's what
No,
I'm telling you.
that's life.
No, it's not because you
life.
can live by double standards all you want to,
It's
but
not
that
double
does not
standards,
mean that
it's
I have to
life.
live by double.
You get pregnant. My girl is 8 months pregnant right now looking like this. I will never look like that. It's not a double
Exactly.
standard. That is her body compared to my body.
Okay,
We're
and
both
I understand
pregnant,
that,
but she
at
looks
the
like
end
that
of
and
the
I
day,
look like this.
but at the end of the day, you as a man, you have to accept the responsibility that your girlfriend is pregnant.
My fiance.
Your fiance, your girlfriend, your whatever, your fling, your one night stand, whatever you want to call it,
This is true.
they're pregnant.
Right.
And you have to accept that responsibility as a man, correct?
You don't have to, unfortunately.
Okay, but
In
9
this
times out of
society,
10,
you are
going to
told
do
to.
what?
In this society, you are told to.
Okay,
I
so
believe
now
you
that you
shouldn't.
open up that can of
I
worms,
believe you
as a
should.
woman, there's a couple of things that you're told that you have to do in this society that you do not have to do.
What's that?
Just like you as a man just sat there and told me that a man will not accept a woman that goes out.
I didn't say they won't.
You
I
said
they
you
don't
said
like
you
that.
said they don't like
I said
that.
they don't like
You said they don't like that.
But plenty
hold on,
of
but hold
men-
on, but hold on.
but plenty
hold
of
on,
men-
because I've been out the past couple of weekends and niggas like that.
But-
Niggas like that.
but plenty
And
of
so
men
I'm
will accept
confused
it.
on
But plenty of men
but what
will
is-
accept it.
but
I
what
agree
is
with
your
you.
the men
point?
that accept it are
But
the
what is
ones
your
that
point?
aren't the providers.
Why aren't you dating them?
Maybe because I just don't want to.
It's because they
Because
not
if
like
he could
that.
provide, yeah,
Because they
he
not
will
like
provide.
that.
But at the end of the day, you live your life by double standards, and I can see that from all the
It's not a
interviews of
double
you that I watch. It
standard.
is.
It's not a double
It is.
standard.
It is, and it's crazy because that's exactly what I said to you before I even came here.
Absolutely.
Like I sat there and I watched on my TV and I said, this man lives his life by woman and man. And at the end of the day,
Yes.
that's not what it is. Yes, it may be that in certain aspects, but at the end of the day, we are all human and we can all do what we want to do. It's based on how society looks at it and how they want to judge you based on what you do. But at the end of the day, you are your own person. You're free to do whatever
Hold
you
on,
want to
hold on
do.
for a second. Can you get pregnant?
Last time I checked, no.
No. Oh, okay. I was just making sure that we are human because we're all just human, not women and men.
And did
But
I
we
not just say
are
that in
women
certain
and men.
aspects, there
We
are
are.
times where
Right.
you are, and if you want to be technical, I've seen a couple stories of men getting pregnant. Maybe
it.
you're
Don't
not.
do this. Don't do
Where's
this.
my phone?
Don't do this.
I'll
Don't do
pull
this.
it up.
Of
You wanna
men
see it?
getting pregnant? How often is that? Are you talking about the?
It doesn't
you're talking
matter
about
how often it
does.
is. It
does.
happens.
It does. When I'm talking to the general population, I'm talking to 90% of the world. Okay, I'm not talking about the exception. The exception does not make the rule.
So basically, women should carry themselves in a manner that's like, I'm not going out. I'm staying in the house. I'm waiting for my husband because I look crazy if I go out.
Never said that. I will never say what women should do. I'm not a woman. I will never say what you should do. But your actions have consequences and they have rewards. That's all I'm saying.
So do men.
Absolutely. Most of the things that you guys talked about on here, I agree with. But when it comes to how we think compared to how you
I
think,
get it though. I'm not.
Y'all
I'm
think
not.
completely
I'm
different.
not
That's
disagreeing
not a
with you. Though.
disagreement.
I'm not.
But I'm
disagreeing
telling
with
you that not every single way that y'all think is correct. That's the end of the
What is
story. It's
correct?
not that
it's not even that it's
knows?
correct, but
Right.
it's not,
It's not a real-
fair, and
yeah.
life is not fair, and so that is just
So
going to
what
be
are
what
you
it
arguing?
is. Because I'm not arguing anything. I'm just trying to let you know that from a woman's perspective, there are certain things that y'all do that diminishes a woman and how they feel. So at the end of the day, if it's like I can look at you and I don't have to pay attention to the number of bodies that you have, but you can look at me and you can judge me based off the number of bodies that I have, that's diminishing as a woman. And
I
y'all don't
think-
take that into effect
We do.
or into account when y'all are thinking as men, because y'all sit here and y'all say the things that y'all say, but y'all don't understand how it affects women in their future and what they proceed to do in their free time. Because at the end of the day, we're all free people.
Let
We
me
can
talk
do
to-
what we
Let
want.
me talk to you.
Go ahead.
We do. It's just that it affects it in different ways. You wouldn't want a man that has no experience. I wouldn't want a woman that has all the experience in the world.
But at the end of the day, you also have to understand from a woman's point of view, because it's crazy, because I just had this conversation and I asked a guy, I said, what is crazy for a female to have as a body count? And he said like 15, 20, 25.
Right.
I said, okay, 20, 25 is definitely pushing it for our age. Like, that's a little like crazy.
fine.
But then I turned around and I asked him, I said, so what about a man? What's crazy for a man? He turned around and said almost quadruple what he said for a woman.
Right.
That's not okay. As a female, when I get that information like, oh, well, yeah, I have 80 bodies, you're fucking disgusting.
Right.
Why did you fuck 80 people in 22
Who,
years?
as a woman?
As a woman, no. As a woman looking at a man, why did you fuck 80 people in 22 years? You probably weren't fucking until you were at least like 12. That's the youngest I'll give you.
lowest.
So 12,
18.
and that's what I'm saying. Like 12
Yeah.
to 22, that's 10
Right,
years.
right.
Why did you fuck 80 women in 10 years? That's disgusting.
So
y'all have to understand that for men, it's just as diminishing for y'all as it is for us, but y'all don't see that.
This is where we need to. Don't think I'm like trying to talk bad on you or just trying to diminish you.
No,
I
not
get
you
what you're
personally.
I know,
I'm
I
saying
know.
like
We
society.
cool,
I
we
get
cool
what
here,
you're
but
saying,
like,
yeah.
this is where like I'm talking to you as if you guys are my sisters. All right,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm telling you, men that get the 80 bodies by 22, what type of men do you think they are?
I mean, you
Are
never
they
know.
accomplished? Are they successful?
But you never know.
You don't think a man that has 80 bodies is successful?
You never know, because
At
the person
22?
the person that I was talking to, he has a status. He has a status
Hold on, hold on.
athletically. So there's a difference.
You
I
are
don't
thinking
know.
about-
Right.
But that
They
still doesn't make it
they
okay.
have a status, but it's not about being. See, this is what you have to get rid of too. Correct, incorrect, right, wrong, okay, not okay. Get rid of that. There is what is, and there is what isn't. I start the podcast off by talking about it is what it is. All right. Apply that to life. Men are different than you. Your body count means something different than my body count. If I was a virgin sitting here in this seat right here, y'all probably wouldn't be here. I'd be corny as hell.
I mean, no, not technically. Not to me, no.
Technically.
Not to me, no.
If I wasn't religious, if I wasn't Christian, if I was just sitting here as the man I am right now, I wouldn't be the man I am. Right
I
now.
wouldn't say
Being
that
a
you're
virgin.
corny, no.
I wouldn't be this.
But I'm saying to me personally, maybe not to society, but to me personally, you would not be corny.
It sounds nice, but the guys
But
that are
also
actually
you wouldn't.
virgins, if I sat them in this chair right here, you would not say the same thing.
I literally
Because
would.
basically
I will
what you're
bring
saying-
one to
I
you
understand
tomorrow.
what you're saying,
I
and
will
that's
bring
cool.
one to you tomorrow.
I
And I want you to
understand
say
that.
the same exact thing.
And that's
I want-
fine.
No, because
No,
at
it's
the end of
not.
the day,
You're
I'm not
lying.
fucking you.
You're lying.
So what does your
But
body
you're
count have to do
lying.
with me?
But you-
No,
it
but
doesn't.
I get what you're saying, because basically how you carry yourself, how you talk, it all
My
affects
confidence,
that, your
my
confidence.
ambition,
So you would
my
not be able to
drive.
have the same
But not
conversations
everybody
with
that's
someone
a virgin is not confident. There's probably some
There-
virgins out
there
there that are
are-
very confident in themselves that they don't
Religious.
even show that
They're
that
religious.
virgins.
They're religious. Now, if you have a man that, I'm not saying I look great, but like if you have a man that looks like me, that is as confident as me, he's fuck some bitches. Like I'm telling you this right now. Like,
But I'm
he's
just
had-
like,
I
I
get-
mean,
I get
okay,
where
I
you're
get
coming
what you're
from.
saying, but I'm also saying like me as a person, like that wouldn't have an effect on me. Like whether you're a virgin or you're not, don't make that stupid ass.
It's not. You're
Don't
just
make that face at me.
you're just scoping on the body count itself, but there's so much more to the vision.
And I understand that, but I'm saying
No, you
like,
don't.
I'm saying,
you
like,
can tell when
you're
the woman lost her
confident because-
virginity, like she got her She got some
like a woman body. She got like a different body. I
It's like a
understand that. I
different-
get that. That's what you're doing. Like, okay, if I was a virgin, I wasn't as open as I am, and I was like a little more quiet or whatever the case may be. I do not have an issue with that. I literally had a friend in high school that was a virgin up until our senior year. Everybody else in high school.
That's high
but
school.
I'm
That's
saying
high- that's
everybody.
totally
But you
different.
have to understand the dynamics because everybody else around us, it was like, okay, I've already lost my virginity. He was the only one, and I was perfectly okay with that because at the end of the day, I'm not fucking him. I'm not fucking you. So what does
I
it
didn't lose my
matter?
virginity until 18. Could you believe it?
Okay.
All right.
If you did, then you did. That's great. Like that
The end of
doesn't.
high school.
But that's what I'm saying. To me, that doesn't affect how you are as a person. If you are less confident because of that, okay, cool. I can adjust to people as I meet them. If I meet somebody that's a little less, that's like less quiet or that's more loud, whatever the case may be,
don't
I
think-
adjust to that.
I don't think
get
you
what you're
actually
saying.
understand what a virgin looks like. I like.
How do I not? If at one point I was a
Because
virgin?
you're picturing me with no bodies. Like you can't do that.
No, I'm
telling
not.
I'm telling you, picture me with fucking no
Like,
hair, like
pretty
just
much
looking
dirty
crazy.
glasses,
People
looking
that
like
are
a fucking
virgins-
mess,
Not even
right?
speaking the way I speak.
People that
like,
are virgins
fat,
kind
like
of tend
no
to
way.
like
But
have
you
bad
being fat has nothing to
communication
do with you being a
skills.
virgin.
They
Yes, it
can't
does.
really communicate with people as confidently as others. They can't communicate effectively.
Oh my gosh.
They can.
So I
What?
remember you saying, this has nothing to do with the conversation. I remember you saying people will actually take bathroom breaks in the podcast.
How much time we got on there?
He said we've been yapping anyway.
I mean, I think it might be over though. I think
Really?
it might be over. Yes. So I know that
It is 11:13. Damn, that went by fast.
Wow.
It does. It goes by quick, and everyone's alys like,
I
it's
gotta
always
pee.
over. So.
Okay.
Wait.
Good
One more.
talk, though.
Plug your stuff. Where can I find you on
Plug
social
yourself.
media?
My Instagram is J motherfucking Slays. Like it's JAYSLAYYS J Slays. One and the only. That's it.
Self-made Nye. You got it. And 2 eyes. Self-made and 2 eyes.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I think this was a great episode.
It was good.
I'll catch y'all.